Hey guys, it's Miss Katie again. I'm going to give you a quick and the dirty on MLA formatting. In another video, I will do APA formatting for those who are going into the sciences. This is by no means exhaustive or complete, but it's just the quick version. So let's look here. I don't know if you can see this right here. I don't even know if you can read it. But this is the cover page. And when you do a research paper, you always need to do a cover page. I'm using the example from my guinea pig previously. So the title is centered, and it's the Titanic. I have his name, and it's centered, by the way, and down, I have his name, the teacher's name, what class it is, and here's the date. That should be centered and single-spaced, okay? So this is centered and single-spaced, okay? Got it? Okay. Next comes the outline. The outline is what you're working on currently, and you will be giving me a very small outline. That is page number 2 of the document that you will be giving me. So you're not going to give me this huge exhaustive outline. You're just going to basically give me the intro and a little bit of background knowledge, and then the main 3 subtopics, and then the conclusion, kind of the so what of the whole thing. Okay. Pretty straightforward, but I know some of you guys are probably all freaking out right now, which I wish you wouldn't do. Okay, so let's move on to the first page of a research paper. All right, so here we go. Here it is, page 1. In the upper left-hand corner, you're going to have double-spaced, your name, my name, the class, IEW, and the date. Then and then up here in the upper right-hand corner, you're going to have Nick 1, depending on what your last name is. So Nick, and then page 1 right there. And then underneath, you're going to have double spaced throughout, so double spaced. And then the first, there's an indent. Okay. Now, the writer introduces her subject and states her thesis. Your thesis is going to be within that first paragraph. Don't forget it. One of the things you can do is you could insert subheadings if you wish to help provide organization for the readers to follow, and i.e. the reader is me. Okay, let's move on to another page. I'm just giving myself a lot of room. That's why I have all these things. So these are just things that you can take notes on right now and just remember. Okay. Because the authors are named in the text, only the page numbers are cited in the parentheses. So basically, let me see where it gives their name. So for example, John Opie, which is written right here. So if you're doing a citation, if the author says blah blah blah, okay, and that's inside of your document right there, you do not need to put in an in-text citation. The only thing you're going to do is you're going to put the page number in parentheses right there. This is if you say John Opie says. Okay, so that's one way of doing in-text citation. The other thing I want to talk to you about is quotations. A quotation helps visualize your topic. So if you take a direct quote and you give a quotation, that just adds a little more beef and heft and substance to your writing. Don't forget that you always have to give credit. We don't want to plagiarize. If you don't know what plagiarism is, ask your parents. They'll tell you. Okay. Let's talk about transition statements. You can ask questions to move to another topic. Okay. So you can just ask questions like, so now we know some of the reasons why the Titanic sunk. Whose fault was it anyway? And so that would be an example of a question that would change us to another topic. Let me see what else we got here. A quotation longer than 4 lines is indented 1 inch. So if you have a bunch of quotations, you come in 1 inch on either side. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. All right, the use of brackets. Brackets are used, for example, if Mr. Nick wanted to add his opinion to beef up a quotation. So that indicates that the writer didn't say it, but that the writer of the source didn't say it, but the writer of the paper is saying it. It's a way to state their intentions. Okay. All right, so that's kind of how that's done. Let's talk a little bit about the works cited page. If you'll bear with me for a second, I'm going to erase. Now, the cool thing about a video like this is I certainly don't have all the answers. This is just a brief overview of how to, yuck. This is just a brief overview of how to do one. And in this day and age, you have a thing called Google. So if I hit something that you don't understand, write it down, like in-text citation. If you don't know what that is, then I want you to use your Google search and get more information on that. And you'll probably get more hits than you ever wanted on how to do that. So let's talk about in-text citation versus bibliography. Okay. So here's your bibliography. Here's an in-text citation. All right. Your bibliography for our purposes is you are writing down every single source of what you looked at. Every single one of them. I don't want you to leave anything out. Okay? So you start off with the author's. It kind of looks like this. I'm going to draw some lines, and then you guys can fill it in. Okay, so there's the bibliography. Let me erase in-text citation for a second. And I'm just going to make something up, okay? So this would be an example of how to write in a bibliography. Okay, so we have Gersten. Whoops. Sorry. Give myself a little more space. Gersten Jan. Okay, so this is the author. Okay, so the author comes first, last name and then first name. Then we have, in quotation marks, the title. And notice there's a period. So there's an author, period, title, period. After that is the name of source. And that can be a book, TV show, website, etc. Like lots of things. After you have that, then you have to have the publisher. Then you need to have the date. Okay. So this works for the bibliography as well as for the works cited. Works cited is when you're actually, you'll have like a number 1 next to your quotation, and then your works cited page will have number 1, Gersten Jan, title, name, resource, publisher, date. It would work like that. But I'll give you more information on that when we get back in class. One of the fun things that a lot of my U.S. history class, IEW, were really frustrated about was you have to put all of your guys in alphabetical order according to their last name. So have fun with that. All right, guys. Like I said, this is just the quick and the dirty. If you have questions, use your Google search, ask your parents, or if I were you, you could buy this book. This book is Rest. I love this book. And my son just got up. Y'all have a good day. Bye.